see out here, street style, it's everything. Let's show them who's in charge. It's the takeover.
They call me FLACKO and don't play no more. That Drake and you bandana on my head. Ain't no strings up on my legs.
I'd rather put money on my grandmother.
I ain't ducking money, I ain't ducking bullets either. I ain't ducked short since I became a vegan. Probably ducked season, tried to pay before the season. Probably ducked off in a quiet place with your breezy. Proud of shades, probably why you couldn't see him.
Man, you driving like you stole it. I like your style.
I would like to dedicate to the scar on my face. All the stars in the globe. Where does your scar face?
That's how you do it? See, I was rooting for you too, man. You made me proud.
We're back! A dinosaur story. Welcome to our second game of the evening, Rocket Underground. I'm your host, Wasabiaki, and joining me yet again in the box is Panda. Panda, how we feeling for this second matchup?
I'm feeling very confident that if Fnatic gets on the ball and he does Fnatic things, then it is going to be a pretty big W win for the Barbarians.
Again, it is not a mix-up, a replay, a time warp, or a VOD. We do have these same exact franchises matching it up again, just in a different league. We are Journeyman League this go around with the Paladins and the Barbarians. Looks like we got Fnatic and Sippy Cup for the Barbarians. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna have You're Under Fire and MJRC with Factual as a sub for the Paladins this go around.
Absolutely. And actually, I'd like to correct you. It is Sippy Up because you got to get your Sippy Up.
Yeah, dogs, everybody sippy up. Again, got some great stats from these two franchises, graciously given to me by Big Country because I am illiterate and lazy and would not put this awesome chat sheet together for myself. Paladins currently 6-2 with 104 goals in 8 series, 52 assists, 143 saves, 287 shots. Also looks like Barbarians coming into this are also currently 6-2. Both are fighting for the number 1 seed overall in a 3-way tie with the Hornets coming out of the Jungle Division. Both are locking for playoffs. It's just a matter of who comes out with the better seed. Gave the stat line for the Paladins already, and the Barbarians 105 goals this season, averaging roughly 2 goals per game with 52 assists, 91 saves, and 268 shots. We have 2 heavy-hitting JL teams matching up here tonight. Both of them, again, playoff locked in. They are literally fighting to see who's getting that number 1 seed. The bragging rights, the dominance, the I kicked your butt all season long title.
Absolutely. And I hope that both teams do well. And I'm actually excited to see the Barbarians play in the playoffs. I think, especially if they play Fnatic, I think that will be a absolute highlight fest of JL. And I think that we will see some pretty insane RKTU clips come out from that. And yeah.
Yeah, definitely going to be a good matchup as we get the players on the field for this number 1 game matchup. Contender versus contender. Big dogs putting it all on the line to see who has the bigger bark or the harder bite. And I was mistaken. It looks like we're going to have Factual and MJRC playing Sippy Up in Fnatic. Game 1 underway. Kickoff in favor of the Paladins. Factual going to get the quick shot. Finding the back of the net in the first 5 seconds. Paladins coming out strong.
That was a great shot coming out from Factual. Just quick turn, bang, Sippy up, not ready to get up for that ball, and it just went behind his head. And Paladins lead by 1 within the first 5 seconds of the game. This is definitely making it a more interesting game than I originally thought it would be.
Definitely not something that my mouth is used to saying after coming out of that last series. The Paladins are defending the ball in their own zone. Little jumble up there, able to clear it out to midfield. Zippy up, able to get the touch, putting it back into Paladin territory. Factual mistouch there perhaps, but as he kicks it back into the corner, possibly the smart play there as he beats the defender, able to take it across midfield. Looking for the demo, could not find it. Zippy up, gonna pick the ball up and carry it across midfield back into Paladin territory. MJ gonna fight it off in the corners. Fnatic gonna get a shot across middle. Zippy up not there, but he is able to put it back in as he was sitting midfield. As again, he puts it in. Fnatic unable to get the touch towards the net. Factual gonna take it out of his own net, but Zippy up coming in, stripping it from him, putting the ball in the hands of MJRC. Man, Barbarians, Paladins, this is a good one. It's fast, it's fierce. Both teams are going at it. It seems like they're at each other's necks there, Panda.
I absolutely agree. That's a crazy save coming out from Fnatic. That ball was halfway in the net. And that stopped Paladins from going up by 2. I think Paladins definitely have a lot to prove this stream because last time they were on stream last weekend, they ended up getting reverse swept by... Oh boy, I can't remember who.
That team that they got swept by.
Yeah, that team that they got reverse swept by. They end up getting reverse swept, so I think being on stream again, they have a lot to prove, and they want to show that they will not be reverse swept again, and that they are still the dominant top 3 JL team that they used to be.
I like that there. Fnatic getting a little fancy, catching the ball on his tires in the air. Bringing it back down to the ground. Gonna get it over 1, floats it in. Gets demoed, but does get the goal.
Did he get demoed or did he demo someone? He demoed someone. Oh no, he did get demoed. It was MJ.
He got demoed. The Barbarians able to tie this game up. 2:41 kickoff as stalemate. Barbarians had the advantage there. Paladins, nice little delay, and Factual's going to try to do a little bump out there to his teammate. Coming in a little late. They are able to force a 50, which kicks the ball back to the opposite corner in the Barbarian zone. Zippy up, able to get the ball across midfield to a waiting Factual. He's going to push it up to his teammate. He's going to kick it into the corner. Factual trying to play it out of the corner, interrupted by Zippy up, picked up by Fnatic. Fnatic now trying to get past MJ. MJ able to get the ball out. He's going to pop it up. Zippy up, a nice shadow defense. They're able to pick the ball up, pass it to his teammate, who's now trying to take it across midfield. Zippy up is there, but MJ gets a nice touch. Ball comes flatline across the midfield, picked up by the Barbarians, put into Paladin territory, and then worked right back down into the Barbarian zone. Ooh, Factual trying to get a nice shot there, was picked up by Zippy up and kept out of the net. Ball now just floating. Looks like it's going to go wide. No Paladin player in any type of position to do any harm. And a shot there, saved by MJ. Fnatic had the angle. I thought he was a little far out there.
Absolutely not. I mean, he shot it really hard on net. That was really good of the last Paladin defender to be able to secure the save there and keep the game tied as it is. And now Barbarians trying to put on some offense. Here we go. Fnatic going for the clipsies right here, but MJ not having any of it, and Factual saving and clearing it out to the corner. Fnatic still trying to put on the pressure, but MJ now starting up some offense for Paladins. And Barbarians now putting on some offense of their own again as Fnatic with the classic flick over the final defender. Just routine, absolutely routine to put the Barbarians up by 1 with 43 seconds left.
Yeah, nice setup there by Sippy up. Great shadow defense, able to get the ball out to Fnatic. Fnatic gonna drive it on his hood, get the nice flick over the Paladin defender. Again, taking the lead with limited time left on the clock. Barbarians trying to get the first game under their belt. Paladins and scoring opportunities there. Barbarians going to keep it out wide as MJ looking to try and do something, stop the Barbarians from advancing into their zone. Factual now playing off the wall, looking for MJ midfield. MJ gets the touch. Kicked wide by Fnatic out of his own corner. He's going to follow that up and get the touch. Goes wide on the near post. Paladins now trying to get the ball into Barbarian zone. 1 second left. Fnatic's going to pop it up. The ball's going to land in the middle of the Paladin net with no score. Barbarians are going to take game number 1.
That was a pretty good game coming out from, I think both teams, honestly. I think that both teams played good offense, good defense. The Paladins kind of played a little bit more defense than the Barbarians. Barbarians having 8 shots on target while Paladins having 2. But I still think that both teams played good offense, good defense. I think that Barbarians just, had the harder onslaught of shots, and the shots were just slightly more on target. So great play from both teams, and no, I think that this is still going to be a close series.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't think that the Paladins are out of this by any means. I definitely agree with you. They were playing a little bit more defensively than the Barbarians. Barbarians were just putting any ball that they possibly could. Didn't matter the angle, the distance. They were just putting it on net, on target, trying to make something happen, forcing the 50s. Playing the more aggressive role. Something that I've noticed a lot from this franchise. They like to be the aggressors. Worked out in their favor for this game. Let's see if the Paladins are able to rebound as we get game number 2 underway. Ball on kickoff in favor of the Paladins. Ball in Barbarian zone. Sippy up trying to get it out of his own corner. We got Factual forcing it back in. Sippy Cup now taking it out across midfield with a clear. Following behind. Forces the touch off the back wall. Fnatic comes in. Can he get the double? He does get the double. Sippy's there. He also puts it high. But Fnatic, nice rotation. Way to stay up front. I like the game sense, understanding what was going on. Able to rotate back around it. Put himself in a great position to take the lead. The first goal with 30 seconds underway. Barbarians coming out fast like they always do.
Absolutely, and I think this kind of repeats the AL match for those who were there to see it. The Barbarians usually started out the match on the offense, usually started that pressure and got them started on offense, and then Paladins would come back with a counterattack or 2, and that's what got them 1 game win in the AL match and maybe a game win here. But as of right now, Barbarians are just kind of taking it.
If Fnatic put that in, I was taking this headset off and going home. Even though I'm in my own home, I'd go to another home because that would have just been dirty.
Oh, and there we go. Like I was talking about, just those simple counterattacks.
Yeah, Factual just caught him slipping. Sippy slipping. Fnatic wasn't able to get back in time. I mean, when you're playing the aggressive, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's just the nature of the beast. Worked out in favor for the Paladins that go around, but you never know what happens. I mean, that's their play style. They're playing fast and hard and loose, and like I said, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. 50 on that ball from Sippy and MJ in favor of the Paladins. Fnatic and Factual fighting on the sidewall. Sippy comes in to clean it up. Pushing it out to Fnatic. Fnatic unable to get the touch off the back wall. Factual is going to pick it up. Gets it past 1. Doesn't get it past Sippy. But he does get the turn. Can he get it over? Does not get it over Fnatic as it is pushed away into the corner. And he's going to get fancy with it as he gets a 50 with Factual at the midfield line. Sippy Cup going to pick it up. Play it off the top post. Ooh. Fnatic thought that was coming out a little farther than it actually did. And he was unable to get to that. Paladins push the ball back into the Barbarian territory. We are fighting for it now at midfield. Fnatic, he got a nice touch there. Sippy sitting back just a little far. He's not going to get to it, but he's in the perfect position to put that back across midfield where Fnatic's going to pick it up. And he's going to look to get the bump. Goes high. Is Sippy there? He's not. MJ gets a touch off the corner.
Oh.
Ooh, Sippy just touches the top post.
Dang.
There we go. Man, just 3 shots, one after the other from the Barbarians. I mean, Sippy, then Fnatic, then Sippy again. And they're going to take the lead with 2:18 left in this game.
I mean, that was just great play from the Barbarians. They're definitely playing this game. They're being offensive, but not what I'd call champ offensive, which is basically where you just like you're offensive, but you throw yourself at the ball and just hope that something happens. Even if you're mechanical, you just try and throw mechanics at the opponent's net and hope that it does something. And then you end up out of rotation and you get scored on. But right there, like I'm trying to point out, they're playing it smart. They're passing to each other. They're making sure that when they have a shot on net, that it goes in to the net and that they just end up scoring on the Paladins.
That was nice placement by Sippy. Great pass by Fnatic. Those two are just working very well together.
Oh my god, is that just a pinch in? Oh my god!
And those two are working even better together! Factual and MJ get a nice pinch coming from in front of their own net. That ball found its way all the way to the other net. Now the Paladins are down by 1.
That's crazy. Actually, I think I saw a spark off of Sippy up as well, so I think Sippy launched the ball to get a little bit more air so it wouldn't bounce on the ground. That was just a crazy play, and that's a nice little demo passing play coming up from the Paladins, but Fnatic just able to scramble back in time and save away the ball. And now going for a flip reset off the backboard. Can Sippy finish it? No. Can Fnatic get it mid? No. Sippy for the follow-up. Can he get the double? No. Factual able to save it away. Barbarians trying to get fancy with it, trying to extend their lead in the coolest way possible. But our Paladins just sticking to the fundamentals and able to save away the ball.
Absolutely. Now we have the Barbarians going on the offense, cleared away by MJ. MJ now trying to work it across the midfield, fighting with Sippy in the corner, able to get the ball around him. Fnatic with a mistouch actually pushes it forward, and Factual's waiting on the other side to put it in the Barbarians' net. Paladins tie the game up with 52 seconds.
I mean, to be fair, if you're in Fnatic's position there, what do you do?
Not touch the ball? I don't know. I probably would have hit the ball too, to be honest. I mean, it's just unfortunate. You hate to see it. But, you know, it be what it be.
Okay, that's an interesting misplay coming out from, I think, Fnatic. He went on the ceiling. Or no, Sippy went on the ceiling and just missed the ball going towards the net. MJ just shot into the back of the net. And now Paladins, they lead again with 46 seconds left on the clock.
Down by 2 or down by 1 to up by 1 in a matter of seconds. Now with the Barbarians, Fnatic trying to get a little fancy there. They're dribbling into the front of the net, saved by Factual. Ball kicked back up in front of the net. Sippy trying to do what Sippy can do. Ball ends up in the hands of the Paladins, but Sippy with the great read, able to find the back of the net to tie this up, coming off of a missed demo. I don't know. His teammate got blown up, but the ball found its way in front of Sippy Cup, who found it in the back of the net. Barbarians still not giving up. They are still fighting. Game tied. 20 seconds left. Factual up with Sippy. Sippy able to clear it to his own corner. And they're going to pick up boost and ball. Waiting to see what Factual does. Fight at midfield. Paladins win. Ball flicked in front of the net. Saved by Sippy. Put back by MJ. We have 2 Barbarians facing 1 Paladin. And he's able to clear the ball out to the Barbarians.
No!
Can they keep it up? No. Sippy's going to dribble it down. We're going into the first overtime of either series that we've had tonight. Yeah, real great job by the Barbarians. They're able to tie it back up. Sippy trying to clear the ball out in front of the net. Paladins waiting on the touch. MJ puts it just a little too far in front of him. Factual a little late to get there. Fnatic got the delayed 50. Factual just demoing the entire Barbarian team. Give his team some breathing space. Let them recoup. Get themselves in a situation where they're not going to get a quick goal scored on them. MJ was there waiting for it. Sippy's going to put it right back in. And Factual's going to clear it right back out. And then we do the hokey pokey and turn ourselves about.
That's what it's all about.
Hokey pokey. Yeah, I mean, both teams going real hard right now. We are about a minute into overtime. Can't say with definitivity. That was a nice shot by Sippy. Factual read that all the way to the corner. Trying to clear it across midfield is Sippy and Factual. Factual unable to get the 50 on Sippy. Bad bounce. Picked up by his teammate. Fnatic gets the touch off the ceiling. Sippy's going to find the pinch. Barbarians are going to take game number 2 in overtime.
That was a nice little fundamental play coming out from the Barbarians. Just hit Fnatic, hit the ball over the Paladins, and Sippy was able to finish to secure game number 2. Now Barbarians, I think, go up by 2 in the series.
Yeah, they are up. Barbarians up 2-0.
Yeah. The triple match point coming out from the Barbarians. This is definitely, again, another close fight from the Paladins. You know, if this series does end up in a 3-0 sweep, I don't think that on paper it will read completely because, you know, these are really close games. These are just like, you know, whoever scores within the last few seconds off of just a simple misplay, or if someone, you know, simply gets beat to the ball. I think that it's just comes down to the tiniest mistakes or the better passing play going on from each team is what's been deciding these games. So if this ends up in a 3-0 sweep, I don't think that it will really be a dominant 3-0 sweep. I think it'll be a well-fought 3-0 sweep from the Paladins.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, we said it in game number 1. Barbarians are definitely playing more aggressive and offensive, where the Paladins are playing more defensive and passive. And it tells in the stats. I mean, the Barbarians had 17 shots that game. I think the Paladins had 10, so it's not like they're not shooting, but the Paladins had 8 saves versus I think it was 5 or 6 for the Barbarians. But you know what? The Paladins said we could score first too. 6 seconds off the wall. MJ finds himself floating, flying, and touching the ball, finding the net, putting the Paladins up by 1 in game number 3.
I think it would be absolutely hilarious if last week the Paladins got reverse swept and then this week they reverse sweep their opposing team. I think that'd be absolutely hilarious, and I would love to see that.
MJ's on his way there with a delayed kickoff, able to get the touch over the Barbarian defender, finding the back of the net again. 10 seconds gone in this game, and the Paladins are already up by 2. Barbarian making a nice little mistake there, but I don't think it is going to punish them too much as they're able to get the ball situated. Fnatic trying to do something. Sippy playing the I missed the ball, but I'm going to float into the goal and almost scored anyway play. Almost worked in his favor, but luckily the Paladins, again, playing very defensively today, were able to read that. Now they are on their counters. Factual trying to get the ball across to his teammate. MJ is going to catch midfield and look for Factual. Factual comes across, gets the ball. Can he get the second touch? It does. He's going to play it high off the backboard, though. MJ sitting midfield, so he was not there. Looks like their strategy this game is to draw the Barbarians out to about midfield and then put the ball back into the zone over their heads and try and play in that space between the back of the Barbarians and the back of the net.
Absolutely, I do agree, and that almost kind of went back to bite them as they got a little too overconfident in the Barbarians, having the Barbarians almost scored. Sippy going for the double, and
What
he
a
would have
save
gotten
by
it, but it got
MJ.
saved by MJ, and another shot, another save by MJ. MJ's just absolutely carrying the Paladins to a game of victory.
Hey, I mean, if you can't do it as a team, I guess do it as a solo. Do whatever you can just to get that one game under. You got to force out more games, you know? It doesn't matter that they're 2 up on you. No, if you win this game and you force a game 4, you know, there's a potential for you to force a game 5. I mean, you can't win if you're not on the field. So the more games you can stretch out of this series, the better it's probably going to be for the Paladins. I mean, like I said, they've been playing that slow game. Who's to say that they can't play the aggressor? You know, maybe they're just getting warmed up. MJ seems to be doing a lot more than we've seen in the past couple games. You know, he's got 2 under his belt already. He's playing very defensively and offensively at the same time as he's able to get the ball away there. Factual just a little late. Sippy able to flick it over him, looking for his teammate midfield. Fnatic goes up, gets the touch!
Oh, the redirect last second. That was just nasty.
That was juicy.
Whew.
That's a nice touch by Fnatic there to hit that back post.
Like I was saying before the series, I mean, you let Fnatic do Fnatic things, and he's just gonna score. He's been trying to go for these cool shots all series long, and it has finally paid off. He got a clip. Let's see how many more he can get.
He fancy, bro. But Sim said, I don't need to be fancy to score goals. I can just drive it along the sidewall and just, you know, walk it into an open net because nobody's there to stop my ball from going in.
Absolutely.
Barbarians are going to take the lead. Looking to close this out. About 2:30 left on the clock. Ball stalled midfield. Fnatic coming in out of nowhere. Going to get the ball deep, and I mean deep, into Paladin territory as he's floating it, dribbling and stalling it in front of the net for his demo teammate Scipio to come back from the dead, flying down the field and score a perfectly set up ball.
I mean,
That was great teamwork.
Yeah.
Great teamwork.
I think Fnatic is finally waking up in this game. I think he's finally, you know, appearing a little bit more in his pure Fnatic shenanigans as our Barbarians lead by 2 when the Paladins originally led by 2, but now Barbarians leading by 2, but there's still half a game left, so Paladins can come back. Though that's not a great way you want to do it, as Sippy just capitalizes on the overextended Paladin defense and just bangs it over into their net.
Yeah. I don't know who was on the left side. Factual was just a little late coming back in rotation. MJ went out for boost, left the goal wide open. I don't think he anticipated, you know, the ball getting ricocheted back at him that far. Fnatic looks like his hands are warmed up, though. I mean, he's been slaying it this series, and Sippy's been doing what Sippy be doing too. Oh, if he would have hit that,
That would have been nasty.
I would have quit. I would have seen it all and gone home. I'm done. Fnatic's gonna pick the ball up and get it past Factual and float it back in, giving the Barbarians a 4-goal lead. Is that 4 unanswered?
Yeah, that is, no, that's 6 unanswered. That is 6 unanswered goals.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, so that happened just randomly.
Just get Barbarian, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what you really say to that. Like, they were up by, the Paladins were up by 2 for a solid, like, 2 minutes, and then Barbarians were just like, nah, I feel like winning, so,
Fnatic getting fancy in front of the net. Sippy went for boost, though, like a greedy little goblin.
Should be playing for the Goblins, not the Barbarians. Goblin.
Stop. Goblin this boost.
Oh my god, the musty!
I'm not even counting that because that was deflected in off of a Paladin player.
Oh, you can't even. That was going in anyway, though.
I didn't see it. Screenshotter didn't count.
That was still just amazing play coming up from Barbarians. They lead by 5 now. At this point, it's How much damage
7.
can they do?
7 unanswered goals coming from the Barbarians on this Paladin defense, which for the last few games we have been talking and praising, and
Just
now we are watching
nothing.
it crumble like the Great Walls of Jericho.
Yeah, don't know what Sippy's doing over on the ceiling over on his side of the net.
Sippy do what Sippy do. Fnatic does what Fnatic does. He's just gonna float and jump and bunny hop the ball across the midfield. Sippy coming in with a great save there. Fnatic gonna kick the ball into the corner on the Paladin side. Pops off the wall, gets the touch, floats it midfield.
Oh,
Sippy comes across, puts it wide. Does he have the angle? Oh, he did have the angle. Factual had the save though. Ball floating midfield. Sippy gonna take it into his own corner. 5 seconds left.
coast to coast.
Maybe. Nah, just gonna down it down on the ground there. Maybe. Nope. Sippy said we're not done yet. Kicks it out midfield. Fnatic tries to put it in. Hits the post. Ball hits the ground. Barbarians
Ooh.
hit the locker room with a clean sweep across the Paladins. Taking game 3, a score of 7-2. 16 shots to 6 shots, 7 unanswered goals. Barbarians. I thought the Paladins were gonna take this game, stretch it out, make it see a little bit more Rocket League. Barbarians said, you guys could have 2, but guess what? Now we're done waiting on you guys to score more, so we'll show you how to do this. And they took the series. They took the W. They are taking the dominant spot for the number 1 seed, at least in contention. And yeah, I can't wait to see what next week's games look like, because like I said, we are winding down to that playoff picture, and every game is worth something.